Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a long time since I made a video. I'm aware of that. The reason for it is that I got a new PC. Well, a newer PC. New to me. And I haven't put all of OBS and other um, programs on it. Mainly just because I don't use the up-to-date programs. So I have special versions, other apps in them that everything has to be flash drive moved over, and I was extremely lazy and I didn't do it. I wish I did. I would have put up more content throughout the league, but at the same time I really didn't feel like I had much to say. I mean, there was a couple times in the league where I felt like I was doing stuff that other people weren't, but I didn't play I guess you'd say meta at all this league. And I didn't even play the same that I played in my previous league and a half, or a half of a league. I played Forestia and then a couple of months of Settlers. So I've been here since Path of Exile 2 announced that it was coming out, and I'm still waiting for it to be free to play. Play 100% free to play. No stash tabs, nothing. Alright, so this was called, the Atlas, Secrets of the Atlas. Well, we ended up reading the patch notes and playing off Atlas pretty much all league. Off Atlas, I mean, we beast farmed, we did Kirok, they got rid of the... I have a helicopter coming over. What I mean by played outside of the Atlas is they got rid of Ironheart missions, the memories, so I was researching how to figure out how to get the beasts and came to find out you can get them from Kirok, and then just ran Kirok pretty much selling all the Watchers and the Hellions and the Bramblebacks and whatever to build my character up until I could farm it faster, quicker, better. That is how I farmed currency off Atlas. I didn't mess with the maps. I'd sell that kind of stuff. I did try a couple things. I tried Blight. Blight was good for getting maps, and then I would just switch out. I tried, gold farming with the settlers stuff, like the ore deposits. The build I ended up going with, I kind of wish I'd have chose. I had two in mind when I read the patch notes for this league. I wanted to play with the Anime Guardian for sure. I knew that, so I wanted to play with with minions, or I wanted to play Energy Blade, and then I was like, or I want to play both, and then I was like, okay, well, I can play Energy Blade minions, and then I was like, yeah, or I could play Spark minions. I've always wanted to play Spark and just have the ability to hold the button down and just the whole screen be sparks, and then yeah, that's what I imagined in my mind would be the best character ever in this game after playing Lightning Strike for a while. I was like, why Lightning Strike when I could just spark the whole screen? So that's really what I wanted to build at the end of Phyrexia. And so that's what I ended up going with here, and I regret it because the meta pretty much turned into Energy Blade, meaning had I went with what I wanted to do, I would have been on meta out of my own personal choice. So instead I'm off meta out of a personal choice, but I don't know, man. It's not that bad of a build unless you're trying to kill a boss. It says I'm doing, I think, 2.5 million DPS. I know everybody's like POB, POB. I don't give a shit about your POB. I got a character screen, man. I'm old school. I'm almost 40 years old, dude. I'm not trying to micromanage a 7 out of a 6 out of a 5 when you won't even fight me in a duel. So I'm like, what the? I don't give a shit. Anyway. We're doing 2.5, but it's lucky based off of our... Well, let me move around because I gotta find him. Oh, we left him back here, I think. This guy. So he gives me the lucky aura, and then that makes it basically 5 mil. I think the way I've got my Anime Guardian set up this league and my minions are all boosting me. As you can see, we were at 2.5 when I come here. I'm at 3. That's $500,000. That's getting luckied. So a whole million is added to me because of my Merc and my Anime Guardian and my minions. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to do a Power Ranger build in my mind. Just basically a group that's all gonna help me. If you go on Path of Exile and you check out my POB, It's all over the place, and it's just because like I make it up as I go, guys. Like I don't follow things. I've got lots of crit nodes taken and stuff, but that's not permanent. Like that's I didn't take them because I think they're the best nodes in the world. I took them because it's what I need right now. So like in the future, when I start going after jewels, like currently I have a lot of jewels, but like say like one like this, like I like it, but I don't like it. I want one to have triple crit multis, and then I wanted to have either like a ES percent or a damage mod for, or even a freaking 4 crit multi jewel. I don't care. Um, but that is another notch like it down the road that I have to scale into, as they would say. But once I would scale into jewels, I would redo my whole passive chart and get rid of all of these crits. And then I would go into trying to get to more jewel routes. Like there's a jewel route here, there's a jewel route here. Like I just need to get fluctuated in, and I didn't want to do anything until after I get back from vacation, guys. I'm going to be going on vacation, so this video is going to be the only video you see for at least a week. And then when I come back, I'm going to start up, like in my mind, a round 2 of this league. So we're going to sell our investments, and then we're going to start up round 2 in the dead league. I would like to eventually get this for my minions. I think that's the only stat on the whole entire passive tree that I want to allocate to my minion setup. And the reason is because the only time my minions die is juice T17s. I'm talking 3 risk scarabs in that thing and going straight in with whatever and using pots to make me okay. But a lot of times, if I'm okay, that's when my other guys die. It's when I die, they live. So yeah, that's definitely the only note I'm thinking about. I got, the warlords giving me endurance charges, so like all of my minions synergize together and I work with them. Like that's pretty much my build setup. I wanted to take use of the Merc setup. And then, oh yeah, so I'll just tell you about my Merc first, I guess, or even show you my gear. So the Merc is built around this helm, basically this helm and this armor. I knew about the armor before when reading the patch notes. I knew this was going to be huge, so I guess more reason why I was like, oh man, Spark, everything's going to be great. Like this is what I wanted to do from the start of the league. I knew this armor was going to be good. It wasn't even the armor that was hard to get in the beginning. It's the rings. I settled on these rings. My stat for resist is horrible. Everybody laughs. It's supposed to be 200. I get that, man. I'll buy an expensive one and put it here and mirror it when I get back. What I'm doing now, though, is just stacking attributes, high intelligence, high dex, high strength, and then low lightning res. And it's just to boost this helm so that it boosts my character a lot. Like it's going to give me 56 crit multi at the moment, and we're going to get it up over 60 in the future. And yeah, so like where I could get dexterity implicits, I was. And where I can get attribute implicits, I was, and I still need to get more, and tons of room. Went with the haste aura, went with the inspiring cry aura, elemental weakness. This was early in the league. I still like it, but I do think there's better options. I just haven't micromanaged what I think is going to be the best and went and hunted it down yet. I didn't want to do anything until after I got back from vacation. So, amulet, I'm not with the big boys yet. I got to do that when I get back. I'm still with the scrubs. I'm living in the free to play world, guys. I've got 4 tabs. I do the best I can. This is my for sale tab. I've got most of this stuff listed for sale. I've crafted these. I'm trying to flip them. By flip, I mean they were bases. I put some love into them. Now they're crafted items. I'd like to get some profit back. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Yeah, so like these were from my other off Atlas strategy. How I got to level 100 was not killing beasts. It's doing baby rotations, baby breach rotations. Meaning you go through here and you do the 4 baby breaches. You come here, you pick a breach that's cheap. Like let's say you go to the breach and these ones are expensive. Come here and you're like, oh my gosh, I can only get 6 of them for a div. How am I going to do the breach rotations? Well, then you come here and you click, I don't know, what's this one looking like, 23? No, let's try another one. So we're 6 and 23. I can't even find the breach. All right, 6 and 23, 21. Let's see if we can find another one. 6 and 23, 6 and 23. All right, 6 and 23 it is. So you buy 23 of them for a div. Then you would come over here and you would change them using this currency to the other breaches. So basically, you put a breach stone in that's the gray one, and you get the blue one back. And then you do this a bunch of times. You're going to get some of the purple chalulas, or however you pronounce them. Sell those, get your profits back. You're going to get, all of them that you need to run the rotation. Run the rotation. Witness it by the Maven. Why? You can get Maven chisels, awakening gems. You can get the flawless breach stones. You can get the special breach unique items to the bosses. You can get a bazillion breach rings from every time you clear the map. Pick them all up. Turn your filter to like even accept the level 81s or the 80s, whatever. It doesn't show up on your filter. Turn it so it does. Take all the breach rings. Go sell them to the vendor. Whatever the lowest ring is, that's what the vendor's going to take. So if you turn in 70 or 59 level 70s and one level 85, you're going to get a 70 back. Anyway, if you turn in those, you get a grasping mail. Identify the grasping mail. People will buy them. They want the mods on there, the breach lord mods. Like some of them are worth 20 divs a mod. Like you get your money tenfold back. Then once you've cleared 4 breach stones in like 10 minutes and you go into the Maven's challenge that you've juiced up with these like alchemy orbs and stuff, like you get a shot at breach stones all over again. You get a shot at awakening gems all over again, chisels all over again. I have a large sample size. I did it from level 97 to 100 and I made over 300 divs doing it. Like just it. So I know it's like 60 divs an hour. Plus it's like 40 million experience an hour. So any of your friends that tells you baby breach stones aren't worth it, man, you gotta do flawless ones. I don't think they know what they're talking about. I think that knowledge might have been accurate at one time, and then so many people get to thinking that, and then the knowledge becomes valuable again. When you can get 20 some breach stones and go do a rotation for a div, what the hell's going on? Like you're gonna get you're gonna get a Maven writ every 2 rotations. Like just from doing like I don't know, like it was amazing money, guys. So I beast farmed and I baby rotated. That's all I've really done this league. And think, craft, and sell some stuff that I crafted. That's it. Crafted all my own gear. Except I cheated because I ruined my gloves, so I bought the same pair I ruined pretty much. I was using a Orb of Dominance early in the league because Spark Gloves was the most important part of the build. I needed them first. I saved up like 50 Divine Orbs and said, it's time to craft my gloves. I'm like 40 Divine Orbs in, hit the whatever the orb was that raises the stat, lowers the stat. I lowered, I think, crit multi and raised like some random one that I wasn't even planning on keeping that I was supposed to, like hoping was going to get picked to get removed off. And I don't even remember what I did back then. Then I tried to change like the influence or something of the glove, like hoping that it would be cheaper to annul or something. I don't even remember what I was doing. And I bricked the gloves. So I lost 40 some divs when I only had 50 some divs in the league. It was basically like I might as well have just been on hardcore and died and started over. So I learned a valuable lesson about crafting this league is don't craft anything you can't afford to craft. I mean, don't put yourself into a wall where you have to craft an item. Like just buy shit, and then when you've got extra currency and you know you need a certain item, then try to craft that item. And if you fail, sell your failure. Because there's a lot of times where you might have to wait on your failure to sell, and if all your money is waiting to sell, you can't craft anything now. So like yeah, I've learned a lot this league about crafting because the Recombinator robbed me so much this league. Basically, this thing is only good for moving a couple of mods over now. If you want to make a 3 prefix item, it's probably debatable on where is the best place to do it. I mean, you can still do it here. It's reasonably do it here. You can make a 3 prefix armor here, 3 prefix, armor piece pretty easy. I wouldn't recommend trying to make a 3 prefix weapon here with hard to get stats because it's going to be expensive as shit. Like you could just lock mods and reroll here and it's expensive as shit. Like I guess that's their new intention is they wanted it to be expensive as shit. No more easy ride to 5 T1s for 20 div. Like that's gone, guys. Like, and if it's not, somebody please educate me because I think it's gone. Like, yeah, you might get lucky. You might stick a couple armors in there and come out with, you hit your 5 modder, but you also weren't risking much. You were sticking a bunch of half a div mods, 5 half a div mods, and putting them on an armor. It's not like you had a mod in there that was 20 divs. Because there's a lot of risk at play in there now where you could just come back with some random crafted crap that you weren't supposed to get back, and 2 of the stats that you were supposed to get back, and you're like, oh man, I got 3 mods when I was supposed to get 5. Yeah, I mean, it don't work the way it used to. So like, I had to learn a lot of new stuff. Like, perfect example, you want to craft something like this, you don't have to fracture it. These are just cheap bases to get because people fractured the skill compared to like trying to get multiple prefixes on a base. Anyway, all you gotta do is like say I was trying to roll some caster mods. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them there using a veiled orb to get the 4th one. It's like, so I lock prefixes, hit it with a veiled chaos. If I don't get a caster mod, lock prefix, hit it with a veiled chaos. Until I get a caster mod. Get the caster mod, then lock caster mods, then go over here to the bench, hit it with an exalt, hit it with an annul, hit it with an exalt, hit it with an annul. When it annuls the caster, can't roll casters, put it back on. Literally back and forth 30 times for a T1 stat, basically. That's the new meta in my mind for how to roll a T1 mod onto an item that I already got. I gotta lock the item. So if you can't lock the item, then you can at least lock the prefix, or you can at least lock the suffix. Which means if you're trying to craft items, the last thing you want to be doing is trying to craft the prefixes and the suffixes at the same time. You want to work one then the other. People who know how to craft already know this shit. People like me didn't know any of this shit. When I go on YouTube and try to learn how to craft, there's too much. Meaning, like, how do I know I'm listening to a guy who knows how to craft, or I'm listening to a guy who doesn't know shit about crafting? I can't use how many YouTube subs he's got as a measurement because that doesn't mean shit. So I gotta listen to him craft and be like, does he know what he's talking about? Oh, that's clever. Oh, look what he just did there. That saved 2 divines because he could have rolled this, he could have locked that. You know, I start noticing who knows how to craft and who's just trying to get some clicks on a video doing what they like, regurgitating what was regurgitated in the video that they watched. Like, you know, like, I don't know who can craft and who can't. So, like, that's another thing. It's like trying to find the good crafting information on YouTube. I don't know, man. I don't have time to watch YouTube when I'm trying to play the new league. So now the new league's boring, and I did everything I wanted to do as a free-to-play player in a sense. I got to where, like, I farmed a mirror worth of stuff. And I could sell all my shit and have a mirror. Let's go to investments. I'm about to go on vacation for a week. I don't even know what all I've talked about. I've showed you my merc. I've showed you that I'm on the build of Spark, kinda. I showed you that my bank is still only 4 tabs. It's always ever going to be 4 tabs. We're selling stuff. We got some maps in there. I don't run maps. I run beasts, veil reports, get some scarabs. These are the scarabs for when I usually do run a map. I'm playing with anyone you see in here's a base. This is another corpse that I'm just thinking about basing. These are basically how I get my specters. I buy corpses, I summon them. My corpses stay alive, so it's not like I'm constantly spending money, guys. But I'm also not running hard content. I'm running bitch content. I'm running Kirok missions on beasts. That's baby T16s without ain't even juiced. But yes, my build can do juice. Like, I'm doing the feared, witnessing all of them with the Maven, and then juicing the invite to like as high as you can get it, close to 100. And I mean exalt slamming it, then corrupting it, like, because you no mod you give a shit about. You're really just trying to get it as high as possible. So yeah, like, I know my build can do things. It just sucks on single target. Like, the only reason why I can do the feared so well is because it's in a circular environment, so my sparks all bounce back, and no matter where you go in the environment, I'm eventually going to spark your ass. Whereas in a lot of environments, my sparks can just go wander off like an insect, you know, looking for light, and not a monster. So yeah, like, trying to kill the boss, that's the rough spot. My build will change a lot when I get back. So my investment is 5 locks. I have not merged this league. I haven't done any flips for this season. The closest I've come is merging the things I'm using, meaning, like, if I'm buying Veil Reports to use him, then I'm flipping Veil Reports, man. Like, if I'm buying something, I'm also buying extra to flip. That's the only time I flipped. I didn't flip anything that was like, oh, hey, look, the margin's here, I'm going to make some profit. No, man. To make profit, I ran Kirok and I ran the whatchamacallits, the breach rotations. That's it. Really simple league for me. And now when I get back, I'm either going to build another character, I'm going to deck this one out. Uh, all of my gear is meh. None of it is mirror tier. I don't have anything mirror tier. Closest thing I have in my mind is mirror tier, and I don't even plan to use it forever, is probably my watcher. I got a really nice watcher for like 50 div and then rolled it. Let me find it. I don't even know where the hell I keep my watcher. Right there. So to me, all three of those are huge. I mean, it basically just brings me back to Diablo 3. I'm trying to roll the triangle, attack speed, crit chance, crit damage. Um, and then this is just covering like raw damage to go with that triangle. But anyway, yeah, this is probably my best item. I'm most favorite, I guess. I don't know. Most proud of. And then I'm muled up. My stash tabs. Everybody wonders how I play. How can you play with 4 stash tabs? Well, of course, man. I make mules. Alright, so my extra stash tabs are mules, and in this league I only have 4. I've only had to have 4, and all 4 of them are full of vivid vultures. I farm them all myself, so hopefully we can flip them later and score big. I don't think I'm going to be using them. I'm probably just going to buy a mirror item, not try to roll one myself. But I will show you guys something I just thought about when I was doing those breach rotations. So as a free to play, you don't really have the stash space for picking up breach rings every run. So how did I do that as a free to play player? Magic, man. Magic. That's how I picked up all those breach rings. Alright guys, so the easiest way to pick up all those breach rings is to just come over here and put them here. Go to the disenchanting, remove your money, don't have the money in there, fill this whole thing, breach rings. Once it's full, start going through and making sure, you know, all the higher levels are together and the lower levels or whatever, so you can get the highest armor possible, I guess. It really doesn't matter though. You can roll the mod on like level 80 armor, like it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's how you do it. He's an extra stash page. Like people will tell you, like, you know, you can hold items on your guy or whatever. Yeah, you can also just stick them in the disenchanter and don't let him disenchant them. Like, remove the workers if you're nervous that you're gonna put gold in. Uh, and I don't farm, guys. I don't farm. I don't ship. I don't give a shit about your mirror shards. Okay, I got 5 locks. You know, they came from my imaginary shipping. I don't even have gold. Why? Because I was just farming Kurok this league. Like I haven't played really. I just built my character, funded the whole operation free to play, and didn't do anything really meta. I don't think. So that's why I don't really have much to add. But when we come back, I plan to build the character up. So hopefully we guys can go through that experience together. Um, I don't really know what else to say other than buy all the Vivid Vultures so when I get back from vacation they're worth more than 2 div each and I'll be happy. Peace.